As Imran Khan's fate hangs in the balance as Prime Minister of Pakistan, there's a big she factor at work in his personal life. And this she factor revolves at this time around three women. From Imran Khan's ex-wife, Reham Khan, who's revealing his secrets, to Maryam, who is trying hard to topple Imran's government. And there's Bushra Bibi, who's trying to save her husband. India Today decodes the she factor in Imran Khan's life.
जादू की छड़ी तो इमरान खान साहब कहते हैं उनके पास थी, शायद जादू की छड़ी अब उनसे कहीं खो गई है। ना वो किसी के दोस्त हैं, ना उनका कोई दोस्त है, और ये बड़ी एक लोनली पोजीशन भी है। लेकिन जाहिर है कि आप जिस तरह से होते हैं वैसे ही लोग आप के साथ जुड़ते हैं। Imran Khan has not survived. I think Imran Khan is gone.
Yes, these claims were made by Imran Khan's ex-wife, Reham Khan. Imran Khan is battling a no-confidence motion, and Reham Khan has predicted that Khan's government will fall this time.
Imran Khan has not survived. I think Imran Khan is gone.
There's a big she factor at work in Imran Khan's life, and this she factor is revolving around three women. Now understand it this way. Maryam Khan is trying to topple Imran Khan's government. Bushra Bibi is trying to save it from sorcery. But Reham Khan is revealing Imran Khan's secrets. Today, Imran is battling his hardest political battle, and Maryam Nawaz is the key factor behind it. From the politics of the number game to Imran's public image, Maryam is after Imran.
अगर पाकिस्तान में कोई डीजल कहलाने का हकदार है, उसका क्या नाम है? इमरान खान। क्योंकि हाथ उठा के गवाही देना गुजरावाला वालों, डीजल जितना आज महंगा है कभी महंगा हुआ? तो फिर डीजल कौन? आवाज नहीं आई। डीजल कौन? झूठा कौन? नौसरबाज कौन? बदजुबान कौन? बदतमीज कौन? मुनाफिक कौन? रोटी चोर कौन?
Maryam is doing everything to oust Imran Khan. On the other hand, Reham Khan has dented the image of Imran. After Imran and British social activist Jamima Khan's divorce, Reham Khan entered Imran's life as his second wife. Imran married Reham on 6th January 2015 in Islamabad. This was her second marriage. But just 9 months later, the two parted ways. Reham Khan, who's accused of taking advantage of Imran Khan's fame to come to the limelight, made some serious allegations against Imran in her book. Reham said that women in Imran's party, PTI, have to sleep with him in order to get higher ranks in the party. This is how the she factor has dented Imran Khan's life. Reham Khan is still vocal against Imran. Imran Khan, in fact, had termed his second marriage as the biggest mistake of his life. Bureau Report, India Today.
6 months before he was to become Prime Minister, Imran Khan married for the third time. It was a very low-key ceremony in Lahore where he teamed up with the one who the local media had dubbed a faith healer, Bushra, also called Pinky Pirni. As Prime Minister of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Imran Khan needed Bushra Bibi's silent presence managing the family hearth.
Imran Khan's Begum is at the center of the political earthquake in Pakistan. Bushra Bibi has done what inflation and unemployment couldn't do for the united opposition who's trying to oust Imran.
वज़ीर-ए-आज़म इमरान खान, उनकी अहलिया बुशरा बीबी के दरमियान इख्तलाफात की ख़बरें घर छोड़ गई, बनी गाला से मुंतकिल हो गई। बाकायदा तौर पे ये एक कैंपेन लॉन्च की गई, सोशल मीडिया पे इंतहाई बेहुदा किस्म का ट्रेंड चलाया गया। कल भी हमने कहा था कि हम दिखा नहीं सकते, और मैं तो हैरान हूँ कि इस तरह की गालम गलोच और मुग़ल्लज़ात जो हैं वो हमारे फैमिली मेम्बर्स भी, यानी कि जो ट्वीट कर रहे होते हैं, जो ट्रेंड चला रहे होते हैं, उनके फैमिली मेम्बर्स भी पढ़ रहे होते हैं।
Pakistani news channels are seeing big news in Bushra Bibi. Today, Bushra Bibi's sorcery trick news is as big as the no confidence motion news in Pakistan.
कि पाकिस्तान की सियासत और सियासत के अंदर जादू टोने का अमल दखल होना या ना होना अपनी जगह पर, लेकिन ये किस तरह की अखलाकी गिरावट है कि ज़ाती मकासद के लिए इस तरह के बयानात दोनों तरफ से दागे जा रहे हैं। यानी आप देखिए कि पाकिस्तान के अंदर टॉप ट्रेंड एक आध दिन पहले तक जो चलते रहे हैं उसमें सियासी चुड़ैल और जादू टोने की सरकार और इस तरह के टॉप ट्रेंड्स चलते रहे, तो इससे अफसोसनाक कोई बात हो सकती है बैरिस्टर साहब?
The live telecast of the Bushra Bibi comedy show is going on in Pakistan. Imran Khan is playing the political match, but the commentary is on Bushra Bibi.
मुल्क की अहम तरीन तकर्रियां जो है वो जादू टोने से करता हो, जिन्नात बजाय वजीर-ए-आज़म के जिन्नात वो तकर्रियां करते हों, जिन्नात टाइमिंग्स तय करते हों, या फिर वो जिसको तोता फाल कहते हैं वो निकाल के करते हों, तो फिर इस मुल्क का दुनिया में तमाशा बनना जिस तरह अब बना है, इदारों का तमाशा बनना, फिर उसमें हमें कोई मेरे ख्याल इसमें कोई हैरानगी की, अचंभे की बात नहीं है। और मैं तो ये समझती हूँ कि अगर वो इतना ही उनका जादू टोना सक्सेसफुल है, हिसाब किताब सक्सेसफुल है, वो जो जंतर मंतर जिसको कहते हैं वो सक्सेसफुल है, तो वो अवाम की भलाई के लिए क्यों इस्तेमाल नहीं होता? वो जो जिन्नात की असिस्टेंस है या जंतर मंतर जो हैं, वो सिर्फ अहम तरीन तकर्रियां करने के लिए ही क्यों इस्तेमाल होते हैं?
Mariam Nawaz gave the headline of Imran Khan's witchcraft affair. On the other hand, Shehbaz Sharif said Bushra Bibi is burning chickens alive to save Imran's chair in the Bunikala bungalow.
तो ये जिसको कुरान हकीम में जिसमें इसके खिलाफ सख्त तनबीह की गई है, वहां पर मनो मुर्गी का गोश्त जलाया जाता है बनी गाला में। ये मैं आपके आज प्रोग्राम में आज आपको ये दे रहा हूँ। मैं बतौर एक पाकिस्तानी की बात कर रहा हूँ और बतौर एक कायदे मैं बिल्कुल जिम्मेदारी से बात कर रहा हूँ।
आज शहबाज साहब,
लोगों को रोटी नहीं मिलती और वहां पर मनो मुर्गी का गोश्त जलाया जाता है, खिलाया नहीं जाता, जलाया जाता है। इट्स बर्न्ड टू एशेस।
मौजूद है इसके सबूत भी?
आप ये मेरी जो बात है इसको ये तदकीक सबूत के साथ कर दें।
ब्यूरो रिपोर्ट, इंडिया टुडे।
Now, many say that Bushra Bibi is behind every decision that Imran Khan makes, veiled from head to toe and said to be into black magic and voodoo and releasing genies. That's what people say about her. It is said that it was Bushra who played a pivotal behind-the-scenes role in every decision her husband Imran Khan takes. Did she advise him to take on the Pakistan army over naming the new ISI chief last year? Can Pirni Bushra Bibi's prayers save Imran's ouster, possibly from power this weekend?
When Imran became infamous for his tantrums, there were reports of differences with Bushra Bibi. Claims were made that Imran's relationship with Bushra had deteriorated.
मैंने आज खान साहब से बात की थी, प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब से, तो उन्होंने पहले तो बहुत दो टोक अंदाज में इसकी तरदीद की, फिर मैंने बहुत ज्यादा कुरेदा और हर तरह से कुरेदने की कोशिश की कि शायद कुछ ना कुछ मौजूद हो मामला दोनों के दरमियान और जिस पे बात मीडिया ने आगे बढ़ा दी हो, लेकिन उन्होंने बिल्कुल दो टोक अंदाज में पहले तो ये कहा है कि इसमें सबसे बड़ा इस प्रोपेगेंडे में झूठ ये है कि 6 माह से खातून अव्वल लाहौर गई ही नहीं है। पिछले 6 माह से खातून अव्वल लाहौर गई ही नहीं है। फिर उन्होंने कहा कि मैंने कहा कोई इख्तलाफ वाली बात हो ऐसी, तो उन्होंने कहा जी इख्तलाफ तो क्या, इख्तलाफ राय भी नहीं है। और उन्होंने इसको अपने मखसूस अंदाज में कहा कि एब्सोल्युटली रबिश। और मैंने कहा कौन कर रहा है ये, तो उन्होंने कहा कि ये नून लीग का, उन्होंने कहा ये इसका मरियम का मीडिया सेल कर रहा है। तो मैंने आगे से टोक के कहा कि मरियम का मीडिया सेल से मुराद नून लीग का। उन्होंने कहा नहीं।
Whenever Imran Khan is asked about Bushra, Imran's response is the same.
लोग कहते हैं इमरान खान सियासी फैसले भी उनसे पूछ के करते थे कि कब उन्होंने क्या करना है कब नहीं करना। इतना मतलब बुशरा बीबी ज्यादा आपके ऊपर सवाल उठ रहा है कि आप इतना ज्यादा रूहानियत के ऊपर चलते हैं प्रैक्टिकल।
ये रूहानियत नहीं है, एक पीर फकीरी जो कहते हैं ना, पीरी फकीरी,
आप बिलीव करते हैं?
कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है।
अच्छा, उससे नहीं है।
जिनको समझ ही नहीं है वो समझते हैं ये कोई नजूमी है।
Many say Bushra Begum is involved in every decision of Imran Khan.
जिसको आप पीर मानते हैं, जिनको आप रूहानी शख्सियत मानते हैं सर,
उनसे मशवरा आप रूहानियत की तरफ लेते हैं।
आप क्रिटिक्स कह रहे हैं जी वो लाहौर का घर भी इसलिए गिरवा दिया कि उन्होंने कहा था घर गिरवा दें आपकी सियासत को 4 चांद लग जाएंगे अगर
ये भी और भी कहा। मैं गर्मियों में हो गया, वो पहाड़ों पे गया हुआ, उन्होंने कहा जी उन्होंने कहा कि वो पहाड़ों पे चले जाओ।
In Bushra Bibi, Imran sees spiritual power, whereas Bushra Bibi sees Imran as a true leader.
एक पॉलिटिकल लीडर की हैसियत से, एक सियासतदान की हैसियत से, उस पर आपकी क्या राय है इमरान खान के मुतालिक?
देखिए खान साहब को ना आप सियासतदान नहीं कह सकते हैं। सियासतदान में और लीडर में ज़मीन आसमान का फ़र्क है। जो लीडर होता है ना वो आवाम की तकदीर मुल्क बदल देता है। सियासतदान है वो हालात को चेंज करता है। खान साहब जो है वो मेरा ख्याल एक बहुत बड़े लीडर हैं और पाकिस्तान में उनके मुताबिक अभी तक कोई लीडर नहीं है और हो भी नहीं सकता।
It's coincidental that Bushra Bibi was in the news when Imran came to power, and today, when the opposition is trying to oust Imran, Bushra Bibi is again in the news. Bureau Report, India Today.
And yesterday I had a conversation with Reham Khan, ex-wife of Imran Khan. Here's what she had to say about Imran Khan's possible impending exit. You know, he doesn't have the numbers, Reham. You know, he doesn't have the numbers to survive what's being thrown at him right now. Politically speaking, you know, we are pretty much, even if you just look at the data, he still has a couple of days to go before, you know, the actual vote happens. But why do you think Imran Khan isn't, you know, simply resigning and exiting gracefully? Because the numbers seem completely stacked against him. The opposition is in no mood to listen and compromise.
Shiv, I know that, you know that, the world knows that. But what Imran knows is, you know, completely different. So we know that Germany and Japan do not share borders, but the history lessons that Imran has had are, you know, quite different to the ones you and I have had. So to expect him to have the same understanding that the rest of the world has is perhaps giving him too much, you know, credit for being realistic. I think he's delusional. He's always been delusional, and I think that is why he has this God complex, which I've written about and I've spoken about several hundred times. And so I think that the fact that he doesn't have numbers, we knew that for a very long time. Effectively, since the Monday just gone, he isn't really the Prime Minister because he's lost the majority. 177 is the number that the opposition has. That's you know, guaranteed. And of course, this isn't counting the dissidents, which are close to 25 plus, they say. So I think there is another surprise planned also. He has been gently nudged by the Chief of the Army Staff, as well as other people, to gracefully resign. Grace is something, isn't a word that I think exists in his dictionary. Had grace been in his dictionary, he wouldn't have taken the route that he has done in the past. Grace wasn't something that I equate with him And I didn't see any of that while I was married to him. And the reason I came back to Pakistan last year in November.
What, are you saying that he is so delusional, Reham, and is so full of this God complex that he's failing to read the writing on the wall? It's one thing to not read the signs on your political journey over the last year, maybe. But to actually look at it right now, when it's down to hard numbers with only 48 hours to go, does that surprise you that he's deluded about that as well? Or do you think he has a chance? He thinks he sniffs a chance of being able to survive this?
It doesn't surprise me one bit. It doesn't surprise me one bit. I've been in Pakistan since last November 2021, and I came back because I couldn't understand why they were delaying the no confidence room. I just thought, okay, fine, perhaps it's up to us ladies to give them a little bit of confidence to go forward with it. Everyone was so scared, and there's no reason to be scared. There was no reason for him to continue. There was no reason for the opposition to sit in parliament. They should have boycotted back in 2018, because obviously, this was not an election. It was a selection. So I couldn't compute, my mind couldn't compute why he was there, why he was allowed to continue for the last 4 years, bringing misery to the entire region, not only the Pakistani people. And of course, ruining our image. I mean, it's the thing that he's cooked up now, this complete film story. I mean, it's like a B-grade film story that he's cooked up about this foreign invasion, #foreign invasion. I mean, he's delusional enough to think that he has, he can possibly touch the statue of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. And so he is that delusional. That is my experience. That is what I've seen of him. And he doesn't listen. He doesn't listen to advice. And had he listened to advice, perhaps I would have still been married to him. Perhaps other people wouldn't have left him. But he is, you see, he's a diva. He's a celebrity diva who only wants to listen to flattery, to compliments. He has this, the typical diva personality where you need to pump up his ego. He needs to hear the applause. He needs to hear the sound of his name. And I think that even in cricket or in Bollywood, you need to have the performance.